Hello, hi. My name is Andrea Erskine, and I'm a hypnotherapist. And I'm here today talking with Julia. And Julia and I recently finished working together, and she came to see me for health anxiety. And so, Julia, thank you for agreeing to share your experience with others. And would you like to explain the main reason why you came to see me, what was happening there?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I would say the biggest factor for me was the intrusive thoughts, and this was in relation to health, it was in relation to sleep, it
Mhm.
was in relation to any situation that would appear that was I could deem as negative, and it was these intrusive thoughts that I would just catastrophize. They would get worse and worse and worse. I was procrastinating at work because I felt like they just wouldn't go. It was really difficult to control them, really difficult to get rid of them. And yeah, that just meant that I wasn't feeling as happy. I wasn't feeling as present in situations where I should have felt more present and should have felt happy because everything else was going really well in life. It was just these very, very intrusive thoughts that were often irrational,
Yeah.
really.
Okay. And so how was the experience when we were working together over those weeks? How did you find it?
Yeah, it was really interesting because prior to researching you and coming across this, you have a sort of perception and an image in your head of what it might be, like an American version of what it might be, and it was nothing like that. It nothing like that because yes, although there are sessions where you go into hypnosis, there are also lots of tools and and just explanations on how your brain works. And I loved that because it was finding out how you function. And so I felt it was just this discovery of how I work. And but also I'd never meditated before. I found it really difficult to meditate. And I was a bit worried in the first session. I think I mentioned to you I don't really like to meditate. I find it difficult. And you don't need to have done that. You don't need to have had any prior experience in that for it to very quickly work. I don't think I ever really went into what I thought I would do, which is I'd be unconscious and I wouldn't I wouldn't be in the room. There was nothing like that at all. You still know you're there.
Yeah.
It's almost like a really vivid dream, and that was again, I didn't know what that would feel like. So it wasn't this feeling of, oh, I'm out of control at all. You feel in control, you feel calm, which was good. It was comforting.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, I definitely can say now that the whole point of it, right, is that you don't get rid of anxiety. That's just normal. Everyone has anxiety. It's just that dealing with it.
Yeah.
And I'm now not nervous about being anxious again about something. It doesn't worry me because I've got the tools. I know what to do. I know how to calm myself down. Yeah, which is really comforting to be in
Yeah.
that place, which 5 weeks ago I didn't think I'd be in.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's really good to hear as well. And so from everything that you've experienced and where you are now, would you recommend this to anyone else that's thinking about working with me or thinking about wanting to find a way to overcome anxiety or anything that's related?
Yeah, 100%. I think if you're debating it, just do it because the one good thing is that I didn't overthink it. I found this, I watched a few videos, I had that initial phone call with you, and I just launched into it and did it without overthinking, which is very unlike me. And I'm so glad that on that day I chose to just go for it
Yeah.
because you can overthink, you can over research, you can overanalyze when actually it was the best thing to do. And I think also what was really refreshing is you don't we don't talk about trauma. We don't talk about all the things that I've experienced in life. That's not the point. The point is not to over talk and analyze that's the therapy that I'd had in the past was talking about your feelings a lot.
Yeah.
This is actually different. It's finding ways to manage it, which
Yeah.
was so much more helpful, I found.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Exactly. Yeah.
because
Okay.
new things will always happen. So, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. There's always going to be things popping up in life, that's for sure.
yeah.
And do you have anything else you'd like to add? Anything else that you'd like to say?
No, that's it really. I think, if you're debating it, go for it. And if you just feel like you're exhausted by your own brain, this will ease that. Most definitely, this will ease that.
That's very good advice. Thank you, Julia. And thanks
Thank you.
again for agreeing to do this with me. So, if anyone is looking for help with anxiety or anything that's related to anxiety, then please feel free to reach out and contact me because I would love to have a chat with you.